Hi everybody, it's Mr. D at In the Middle with Mr. D1 at blogspot.com with some teaching tips for lesson 22, day 4 of my sight singing program S Cubed, available on Teachers Pay Teachers at Music in the Middle with Mr. D. Alright, so this is a review of yesterday's lesson. Yesterday we taught the key of C and what to do when there's no key signature and how do you locate Do and where is middle C. And today we're reviewing that. And the written warm-up is designed to help drive that point home so they understand. Because for months they've been looking for key signatures and trying to determine the first pitch from that. They're used to that, and these are beginners. So now we're going back and teaching the easy stuff, but they have to understand it's easy. And so you have to remind them it's just always middle C, and this is what middle C looks like. And that lays the groundwork for later things that you're going to do in the next series of S Cubed. But right now, we just want to make sure they know it's middle C and what to do in the instance that there is no key signature. Now, this is kind of a good moment to take a second and think about how S Cubed, how I designed it. Like, one of the frustrations I had with other methods was that they would always start in the key of C, and all the students would read in the key of C. Then they would go to the key of G for a while, then the key of F for a while, and the students, would jump around with the keys. The keys were too high. They couldn't read ledger lines. There wasn't a focus on some of the things that these young students, the ones that I teach, I don't know about everyone else, are struggle with. And I realized that we really just didn't need to deal with all that. So now we're going back and catching some of the easy stuff. But they may not think it's easy, and that's the point we have to realize. We have to help them see this is what you do and make it very clear when there's no key signature. So that's what you want to do there, is drive that point home. Then we're going to go group rhythm exercise is all about unisons. Unison beats specifically, and unison measures is important too, but those beats are really, really key for these students to notice so that when they get to the two-part sight singing, they are able to zero in and find a unison pitch in case they have had trouble or struggled or failed, they can recover. Then we're going to get to fa la la for our forbidden pattern. Then during the follow the hand again, we're going to do as much of the re fa la stuff as we can, helping them find intervals. I reward points to the students when they're finding the intervals correctly. This is a great motivation because it can be frustrating, and I'm adding on more and more points. I keep that competitive feel going between the classes so that they are, oh, okay, wow, okay, second period got it, so today I've got to get it. How they get so many points, they always ask. So then in our sight singing exercise, we are focused again on the key of C and syncopations. We're reviewing, asking them how many does there are in the example. This one does not begin on do, so that could confuse them at first. But I purposefully didn't start it on do so they would know. These young singers get confused if they may think just because there's no key signature it will always start on do. So this is why I shifted this do to G. So I'm trying to pinpoint and circumvent any of the possible ways their brains can get confused, in hopes that long term, all this information, and it usually does for me with my 8th graders, they start asking the questions you want them to ask. What key are we in, and why are they different, and why are there certain sharps and flats and certain keys? And those are the things that when they start asking, they're ready. And that's going to be later S Cubed series down the road somewhere. But for now, this is all about the beginners and getting that foundation strong so that they will ask those questions. That's what you've got in lesson 22, day 4. Hope it's working for you. You can find my lessons on Teachers Pay Teachers and Music in the Middle with Mr. D. Have a great day.